to see if I can see the queen in here. And so much humidity in there since I put them in. It's been hard to see in there, so finally starting to get too close. Definitely no shortage of eggs in there. Some of the larvae are definitely getting bigger. There's the queen. Nice. What's going on, Joey? How are you doing? Oh, not much. These little girls definitely have enough brood. If you look in the back, you can see the queen. She's been on. She was in hibernation still, even after all the workers were awake. Let's see if I can point at her. This stick here. She's right at the tip of my stick. That's her head. Yeah, I know, man. She if you look though, some of her majors are almost the same size as her, which is kind of hard to tell because I'll see if I can't zoom in a little bit more. I don't want to like make it a little blur, but we'll see if we can get on her a little bit better. There's a few of her majors that are right above her there. They're almost the same size as her. And the funny thing is they went through the winter with pretty much all of those. I'm pretty sure it's all those larvae are from hibernation. I thought I saw a group of new eggs, but I don't see them right now. That she might have laid just in the last couple days. Yeah, been having humidity issues in the nests. I haven't been able to really do any recording of them until today, which works out pretty good though. Hey Joey, I put you as a monitor on my channel if that's all right, because I don't have any idea how to do any of that stuff. So I was fortunate to get this whole nest. All I did was I found a. Good morning. How are you doing? Thanks for stopping by. I spent about 2 hours trying to get this thing to set up. I've been having so much trouble with my live streamings lately. It's nice to finally have it working. I'll keep changing the angles and stuff so get different angle of it. Yes, I definitely am. Well, it was 30, 31 out, and we still got a little bit of snow on the ground, which is okay with me because I love winter, so I'm not complaining. Still got quite a bit of ice on the lake too. Trying to see if I can see some really good angles and stuff. You look right there. Definitely no shortage of a brood. I think I might need a bigger nest once they start hatching. There's gonna be a slight explosion in population, I think. So how's everybody doing today? I think I'm gonna try feeding them. See if they definitely need a lot of food with that many babies. I'll see if I can get the camera set up to where I can kind of see. A little farther back. So when I drop some food in there, maybe we'll let's see what I want to do here. What I'm probably gonna do is move the nest down, close it up, and then put some food up on top. Get them so they're back on their heating cable. Let's see what we can do here. Trying to get a good angle and stay focused. That's one tough thing with doing ant live streams is everything is so tiny. You gotta work around try to stay focused on something really small. Once I get the camera set good, then we can hopefully they're not able to just crawl right out. I didn't realize there's fruit flies on the top too. Now I got fruit flies crawling all over the place. Suck them all up here. Yeah, I love to watch them work. Sorry, American. I didn't see your message until just now. For some reason it didn't show up on my phone. I have to look back and forth between my phone and my computer on the other side of the room. So if I'm delayed on responding, that's the reason why, because I'm looking from one side of the room to the next, trying to catch the text. The chat comes up on my phone, but it only stays there for a split second, and then disappears. But I have my computer up, so I can at least catch all the messages. So those are a flightless fruit fly that I just gave them. They'll make short work of them and get them down into the nest. They like, how you doing, Tactical? Um, they like fruit flies, which I just gave them the flightless fruit flies, and then I've got mealworms, and I sometimes feed them wax worms also, and then I've got in the liquid feeder it's honey water, mostly honey. I add just a little bit, just the smallest amount of water, because if you put too much, you're gonna ferment it, and you'll have a bunch of drunk ants. But they if you don't put enough water, then I've had it just sit there and they can't get to the fluid. I'm gonna give them a mealworm too. Threw the cover back onto the mini hearth because for some reason the fluon's not working as well as it does in the other ones. For some reason, their fruit flies are still trying to crawl out. I might put a new layer on there real quick because it's handy not being able to leave the cover off. They're all shooting up to the top. It's like they know that I'm coming in with to take the cover off. I gotta try to keep them. I just use a Q-tip to wipe on the fluon, which there's still this crawling right over it for some reason. Well, that one just got one. I had bought a container of 50 wax worms, or not wax worms. I mean mealworms, and they were like really tiny. But I've been just putting pieces of lettuce in their container, and they like completely eat it. And now they're actually getting bigger. They've been shedding like crazy. Get my tweezers here. Yeah, they're going. Figures it fell right in that right in the crack where I can't really see it too well. But here, what I'll do is I'm gonna turn it a little bit, see if we can get a better angle on it. They're definitely going to need the food. The amount of brood in there. Give them a couple more pieces so they have plenty of food. Check something real quick. Which nest? Let's see. I gave mine broken up cricket. Yeah, I will feed them cricket too. I'm not right now where I live. There's nowhere to really get crickets, so that's why I did them. Anything I can order then from Amazon, I go with that. But once I over the summertime, I will feed them crickets also. Oh, they're not interested in it. Sorry. Let's see. They just attack the cricket in parts and rock off, then walk off. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm going back and forth from my phone to my computer because they put the text chat up there, but it disappears within a couple seconds. I don't know if there's a way to turn up the duration or just get it to stay on the screen would be nice. Maybe if I wonder if you'd give them just like the legs and things like that. I wonder if you cut the whole cricket into pieces, they may grab some of the bigger pieces of it and just move it into the nest. Because I do feed crickets also. It's just, and they seem to eat on it, for me at least. Maybe they're just not needing the protein right now too. How much brood does your nest have? How much brood does your colony have right now? Maybe it's just the fact that they don't really need that much protein. These little girls definitely are enjoying having that mealworm. It's that workers only. It's that it's the workers only. Yeah, so that's why. Um the they would need pretty much just use sugar water or honey water for them because they generally don't eat protein unless it's for the brood. So if just you don't have to spend money on crickets or anything right now, just give them some honey water and they'll enjoy that. It's for their energy and stuff. And once you find a colony that has a queen in it, with once you get larvae, then that's when you need to start feeding more proteins and stuff. And the why they just attack and then walk off is because they're just making sure it's not a threat. Oh yeah, yeah. That's what I mean. Anything that's got like sugary for energy for them. Let's see. I'm trying to think which colony I should. Did you want to see? I got the pogo. I've got the. Uh, let's see. Formica. Fusca. I think that one. Maybe I'll do any, mini, miny, mo, and pick another colony. Um, I've got this other Camponotus colony that I don't know. I'm gonna I'll try to get view inside that one. It's the one that's got eggs but no queen. Here, let me see if I can. I'm gonna try to get a good angle on these little girls and see. Oh, there's this colony. I'm gonna move up to. This is another Keppenotus Carpenter ant colony, and this is the one that has a lot of the winged males and winged females. But I don't know if I got the queen, but once I can get it to focus. Let's see. Come on. Yeah, they were all elates that was in here. I couldn't find the queen. Oh, wow. There was a. Do you see the pupa? Hey, Randy. None. I hope none. There's a this colony. I didn't see any eggs or larvae when I caught them, and I didn't get the queen. Yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna let it go. That's a pile of eggs, and it appears to be a pupa. Yeah, that's and that pup, the one that's got a cocoon. There was no eggs or larvae in this group. I thought, and I haven't had them that long to have had a pupa. They must have had some eggs in the, and I just didn't see them when I caught them hibernating. Because I didn't even see that larva before it pupated. That's definitely a nice sized pile of eggs. I'm gonna have to really look close at these and see if I can't find the queen. And people keep telling me that these will not interbreed, even though there's males and females, unless they decided to go against what they're supposed to do. Whoa, phone almost fell. Yeah, see, you can see there's a winged female right there and a winged male right in the front and behind the eggs there. Trying to, I got such a short area next to the colonies. I have to set the tripod up on. I don't want it to, fall. Wish I knew who was laying the eggs. It's possible that one of the workers is just laying unfertilized eggs, and we're gonna have a buttload of males, which we already have quite a few males in there. And they've been enjoying the mealworms and waxworms and stuff I've been feeding them. Oh, that's cool. One of the elates is back getting fed by one of the workers. I think what I'll do now is we'll move on to, let's see. Let's pick another colony. With these girls back. I don't like to keep this colony off too long because that's the one that's set up in the back for my, that has the thermostat for my whole heating cable. If I leave that one off too long, the temperature could like skyrocket because there's no management to the heat. Let's see if we can't. I haven't looked into these girls for a while, so it'll be interesting to see how they're doing. Now this is the colony that had nothing but elates. I had caught them with nothing but eggs in October. And the eggs, most of them formed into male and female elates, winged. Like, let's see, there's still one of them that's still got its wings, but there's two of them that pulled their wings. And as you can see, there are two of those workers on the back wall are holding very large clusters of eggs. That's the biggest larva I've seen so far. That group of larvae are taking a really long time to develop. I think these girls are going to need something to eat too. I try to feed them every couple days. I have to watch their water levels too, because it which theirs seems to be pretty good still on the nest mates at least. I'm gonna drop in a few fruit flies to these girls too. I should be able to get my replacement Formica colony from Mac in probably next week, I'm hoping, because the temperatures are supposed to start getting better for that colony that had died on, where the queen and all the larvae and pupa and stuff died before they got here. Well, the queen didn't die before she got here, but she was pretty much dead. She wasn't moving. The workers were moving her around the nest and stuff. She was twitching and laying on her back, and that's all she was doing. That's the thing with feeding mealworms like this. I'm going to have to do a lot more cleaning, because they make a mess. That's a nice size larva, that's for sure. I'm going to give them one mealworm, and I'm going to give them some fruit flies. I got a few that I had gotten out from the container when I was dumping them into the other colony. Gave them a couple. The cover back on it. The deer keep showing up too, but every time I go to try to live stream, they disappear before I get a chance. Nothing like taking all the time to get the live stream set up and then get it put, get them in the frame and then have them leave 2 minutes after. Wow, I don't know if you heard that rumble. That was my stomach. I haven't eaten anything yet today. Let's see, who should we go next? I'm gonna uh, oh yeah, streamer problems. All the different ones. Not eating, not being able to get on, not being able to get on quick enough. Oh, let's see. Let's look at this pogo colony. This pogo colony is the one from the November sale. Let's see if we can't. Come on. That's a nice pile of eggs up on top of the water tower there. There's the queen. Why, it's a good bunch of eggs up, larvae up on top of the water tower too. It's been a few days since I've looked in on these little girls. It's one thing you could almost put a video out a day, because how quickly they grow. Oh yeah, that one, she's just hatched. Once we get to she is right there in the front. Once we get to the other pogo colony, there was a lot more, which you probably saw in the Wednesday release. There was a lot of really young. And these girls have been eating on the mealworms also. I prefer to just give them seeds because that's so much less mess. But I figured I like to mix up their diet a little bit. I would hate to eat the same thing every day, day in and day out. Let's see what we got. If you want me to stay on a spot a little bit longer, let me know. Or if you want me to just keep moving from nest to nest, it's up to you guys. I could try zooming in a little bit too. See if I can get without it going blur. Doing that little pulsing of the picture once in a while too. It kind of. Oh yeah, there she is. Oh, I hope so too. For if like I said, look, I think we were talking about look for some fallen trees. That's how I found the Camponotus colonies with the queens in them. Their nests were just below the surface of the bark into the meat of the tree, and it was really easy to get through to them because it was so rotted. The only thing you have to really be careful though is because if you're chopping into it, you don't want to chop the queen in half. Which I was really fortunate to have hit the chamber just on the side, so I was able to peel it off by hand, and then the whole cluster of workers and larvae and the queen were all laying right there. That's usually my luck too. That's probably what happened to the queen with that other colony but it does have the new eggs, so we're knock on wood. Maybe we do have her, but I have sandy area. So now, do you have harvester ants close to any of your places that you can actually get? Because I don't know if I know Randy, you're in Canada, so I don't know. Do you have harvester ants up there? Because I know they are pretty much a warm weather kind of ant. Oh, you do have. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, Randy, I would look. Tactile, that's awesome. What subspecies of harvester ant do you have? If you know it, I don't know the scientific terms. I like to ask the questions because then I can. That's how I trying to learn about it. Saw a huge colony that moved last year before I was into ants. Oh, that figures. It's like I think about back on that when I was like, I've always collected ants, but there was points like I would find so many different colonies, I would just leave one, and I'm just like, now that I look back, I'm like kicking myself. I'm like, oh, that was such a cool nest. I should have caught that one. But back before I got found tar heel ants, I put them in a jar with dirt, and they would last for like a month. And I always felt bad because I didn't know how to maintain the humidity and things like that working in the dirt with them. But now that I've got the mini hearse and stuff, now I see a colony, I try to catch it. Especially like I think back when I was real young and when I was down in Illinois, you would see the huge columns of the Polyergus queens. Okay, yeah, that's the kind that these are. That first one. The first one, that's the one that is pretty common around because that's the one that they can actually ship around the United States now. But the Polyergus, I don't. Has anybody else seen those? During their lifetimes, watching ants, the big columns of the Polyergus workers storming other Formica colonies and stealing their eggs. I remember that as a kid. It's like, and then I would follow them back to their nest and take them. Hey, how you doing? Hey, Janice. Hello. Hope you're doing good today. Eating Easter video. Oh, I haven't got a chance to watch it yet. I will as soon as I'm done. I saw the picture you sent, but I haven't got a chance to watch it yet. Oh, it's not up yet. Okay. Okay. I was like, did I miss it? Noodle, cool. Yeah, that one definitely is young, and a couple of those people look like they're getting close. Are you talking to Randy? Or are you talking to me? Because I come and see you all the time when I can. I'm going to move on to the next nest real quick. I don't like to keep them off their heating cable too long because then their temperature changes a lot. So it's nice to have a lot of different colonies and I can kind of go between the different ones. Okay, let's see. We're gonna. Oh, let's see. Oh, you're not. I kind of figured, but thank you for coming anyways. Let's see. This is the other pogo colony. That's like got a huge population. Let's see what I can hit. Oh, you got it. Are you using what are you using for controller? Do you have an actual setup or are you doing mouse and keyboard? Yeah, these girls definitely have a exploding population going on here. Let's see if I can get a little bit better angle on them. See, on top of the water tower, they always keep their younger larvae up on top of the water tower where they're feeding them. Oh wow, there's a couple big groups of eggs too. I don't have it. Wait. Shoot. Trying to get the chat back up. I don't have it. I want to buy a good computer. Or you're watching the flight simulator. Okay. That's what I'm waiting for it to go on sale. It would be a fun one to get. But with just buying the steering wheel and stuff, I don't really have the money to be thinking about doing any other kind of controllers right now. At least until I get monetized. There we go. That's a little bit better. How's that angle? My glass is getting kind of dirty on there. To clean them, but the problem is with these little girls, there's so many of them. It'd be so hard to take that glass off without having them all try to escape. And right now, I keep hearing right now is not a good time to try to buy computer components because they're just like ridiculous in price and availability. little girls have their glass pretty dirty. I'm studying for an entry exam. If I get to buy better equipment, I can run the flight simulator full graphic. Yeah, that's what I would want to do too. If you're gonna buy it, you know, it's like you want to have the computer to handle it. Well, that's why with the Red Dead Redemption, I actually bought upgrades for my computer. I actually bought a whole new computer when I found out it was coming out on PC, so I could play it, which worked out really good for the fact that now I'm doing this, so I needed a really good computer anyways. A lot of it's the storage. Yeah, definitely buy the best equipment as you can. I've learned that over the years. It's like, you know, if you don't buy the top of the line right off the bat, you end up spending so much more money over the long run. Yeah, your graphics look great. Good. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, the only thing I really need to upgrade is my graphics card. I've got a new processor and everything else is new except for my graphics card. I'm running the 1060 6 gig graphics card. So I could use a new one, but you know, I'm able to render in 4K at 60 frames per second. So it's not like really dire, you know, unless the graphics card craps out on me, and then yeah, then I don't have to. But yeah, funny. Well, I was watching the Linus Tech Tips this morning, and he was talking about, you know, the availability of graphics cards and stuff like that, and he was showing the prices of them for like the 30 series and stuff from Nvidia, and they're like ridiculous. They're in the thousands to buy a graphics card. I'm like, I wouldn't even spend thousands on a whole computer when you could get one pretty easy. Oh, see, you're running a, you know, the 2070 Super. That's a lot better than my 1060. I would love to have a 2070 right now, but it's going to be very costly right now. And I guess he said that it's not the fact that they don't have enough, it's the fact that the demand is too high or something. He said there's just so many people buying, they're not they're just getting overwhelmed, I guess. They're in full swing producing 100% what the factories can do, but the the demand is just so incredibly high. I love how they start calming down after a little while of having them up. Yeah, the important taxes went up. Oh yeah. Oh wow. By 300%. Yeah. Oh, I'm delaying doing my taxes until like the 14th of April. Even though I don't know if I even made enough money to actually worry about doing taxes, but I'd rather do them and then find out that I didn't need to do them than not do them and find out I needed to do them. Okay, let's see. We'll move on to the next. These little girls are a lot of them up on the top now. I'll show these girls for a little bit while they're hunting some of these mealworms. There we go. Oh, there's still a fruit fly up there too. She keeps passing around. Oh, it's like they see it, but they're not going after it. I'm here. I'm editing. Oh, you're editing one. Oh, you're editing your Easter video. Yeah. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I'm at. I looked at it this morning and I'm at 733 hours out of my 4,000. So I won't be applying for monetization come the 16th of April because I don't think I'm gonna have 4,000 by the 16th of April to meet my need to be able to go monetize. So it might be a little bit longer unless I get like a viral video. I can get 4,000 hours off of one video. The chances of that. Trying to get this thing to set up the way I want it to, just not working right. Looks like they're trying to get that piece down into the nest. Yep. Yeah, they got it. And the other piece in the back there, they're just looks like they're just eating on it. Actually, didn't I put 4 pieces in there? And there's only 2 of them on the top now. So they got them down inside, which is good. Oh, let's see who's next. I've got the colony with the 3 Formica. It's just so hard because it's in that in the fortress setup, and it's just so hard to get it's moved around. But I will try. We'll see if I can. So if something falls, the camera might drop or something. So I'm trying to move this over. Okay, let's set it up on here. Okay, we're gonna be moving a little bit here because I'm gonna try to get a good angle for this colony now. Zoom out a little bit. Come on, let me zoom out. I have not looked in here for a while. This I'm using a mini tripod for the phone, and it's just sorry about the blur and the line and the moving the camera. That's one thing I tried to get used to with doing the live streams over doing the editing. Any blurry parts, I would just edit them out. Oh, come on, the queen's right there. Trying to get. Sorry about this. Trying to get a good angle on the nest. Maybe if I turn it a little bit, it'll better. Yeah, that's definitely better. I want to try to get down so we can see in. Hi, Mary. Yay, you made it. And you're lucky you just missed out on the wild ride of trying to get focused. Which you haven't missed out on all of it yet, apparently, because I just can't get the stinking thing to get focused. Plus, my glasses don't work all that great for close up anymore, so I'm it looks blurred to me pretty much all the time anyways. How is that? Let me look at my computer. Yeah, it's still a little bit blur, but it does. Okay, good. Yeah, because I don't know. It's for me. It still looks blur for some reason. Maybe if I move it here a little bit farther back. Well, there's one of them up on the top. Looks like it just hatched. There hasn't been as many eggs in here as there was. As you can see, there's still a larva. They had their boom in population a while back. Yeah, oh, there's some smaller eggs. The one worker that's just going over this way has looks like some young larva, real young larva. And we got some of these over here, a little bit younger. I always love this colony because it's just the fact that the 3 different kinds of ants are cooperating. Yep. Yeah, well, they're going to be happier once I get them some more food. The others too. Yeah. I don't, back in maybe a little farther, there's probably more eggs. Oh, there's a small larva. A couple ones got there. Yeah, there's a couple small ones. Yeah, and right there, that one worker's got looks like a group of eggs, or a group of real small larvae that I can tell from my phone. Let's see if I can get zoomed in without making it blur. I am doing really good. Oh, there's one that's just hatching. It's just starting to move. Yeah, this phone is awesome. Actually, buying this with my other phone breaking, and buying this one kind of prompted me to start working on my YouTube channel. The fact that it can get pictures like that. My old one, it was blur when you try to get in close. Oh, if you look over to the right-hand side of the screen, it looks like there's another. It's a Motorola. If you're looking for, it seemed to be a really good one. Funny thing is, my other one broke because I had done a bee removal, and I had honey and wax on everything, and I mean it was in my pockets, and I put my phone in my pocket, and the honey and wax got jammed up in the USB port for charging it, and it would no longer charge. So I had to, thank God, I had to scrap it because then I got this one. No, it was a good thing having it get jammed up. So now I got this phone. So, and then once I got this one, now I'm a lot more careful with the honey and wax in my pockets in my phone. Well, I haven't looked at these girls for so long, and I realized they had still had so many Nice larva in there. And these, Mary, when if you look at the different colors, like the really dark red are the older ones, and then as they get lighter, that's the younger they are. Like that one with the almost a yellow face, that one's pretty much just hatched just recently. You can see as they age. I can see half. Yeah, I love it how they all of them, even the Formica black ants, they go from that real light gray to the dark. Oh, see, I'm trying to see if I can see the queen. She might be up farther in one of the other chambers. Trying to see if I can see her. Unless she headed into, a lot of times they'll head over into the entrance. If I can get over there. Oh, that piece. That right there, that worker is carrying. That was a winged female that never hatched. They carried that pupa. They're still, it was in there the day I caught this back. What month? It was, I caught these last year in the summer. And I think it was. And they had that pupa and it's been dead the whole time. But they still carry it around and care for it, which they're not caring for it, they're just carrying it around. They will not throw it out. I don't know why. Sometimes the queen will go in here. That's the entrance to go to the outworld. She'll hang out inside that tube. See if we can see her. Yeah, I was thinking about that, but it was never even alive. And I've never seen that behavior before. Ever. It's the first time. It's like usually when something is to that, it's been dead for even less than 10 minutes, they will move it to the garbage pile or they'll take and throw it in the outworld. But they've been hanging on to that thing for months and months and months. Now all it is a tail. Yeah, I don't know if she's gonna make an appearance today. I can't see back into that tube far enough. Yeah, that's true. It might have. I just I never really paid attention because I'm really focusing on them now. Yeah, yeah, they're making booze. They're fermenting it. Yeah, if all of a sudden all my ants are drunk, I'll know what happened. Yeah. Moonshine. Yeah, I'll know if all of a sudden my ants start acting funny. I'll know that they just joined you on TV. Oh, so you got it. Aged in flavor. Yep. I don't think I'd want to try that hooch at all. 8-month old ant tail moonshine. they are. This is the colony that I did the cleaning video on because their garbage pile was so huge, and they're already starting to pile back up in a couple of the different chambers. The different fruit fly parts and mealworms and casings for pupa. There's a little younger worker. This queen, ever since I got her, I have. Yeah, well, that's the thing. Well, for me right now, usually I on the TV. I can, because I'm on the computer with my TV, so it makes I can do both. But yeah, it still works where you can do, the comments and stuff through your iPad and then watch it while it's on the TV. Works out pretty good. What was I think? I was thinking of something. Lost my train of thought. This queen, from the day I got her, she's been missing one of her legs and one of her antenna, and I think it was probably because when she took over the colony that I caught her in, she probably got, before she was able to convince them that she was now their new queen, they ripped off one of her legs and one of her antenna. But obviously it didn't really affect her too much because they seem to be doing fairly well. I'm not complaining about them. That's one thing when it comes to hibernation. I never hibernated any of them actually. I never hibernated any of my colonies, and they're obviously still doing really well. I'm hoping I don't regret it at some point in the future, but they'll take in like aphids. A lot of times they'll care for aphids because they'll get the honeydew from them. Different ant species. A lot of time it is a Formica ant that will do harvesting of aphids. Keep trying to find her, but I'm not seeing her anywhere. Here's that young one. Hi, Butch. Chicken. Yeah. They'll eat aphids. They would have to eat a lot of them. New model. Oh, yuck. That's for new model of. Are you talking about what we were talking about with the graphics cards? Oh, the phone. All the different subjects we've been going over. I'm trying to keep them in track. Oh, yeah, the Samsung. This phone that I'm recording on was only $269, I think. So you don't have to spend an arm and a leg to get a really nice phone, which is really nice now. I can imagine the 800 to 1,000 would probably be incredible for quality and on filming and stuff. Oh, there's the queen. There's the queen. She made an appearance. Now look, see on this side of her, she's got all three legs. But on the other side, she's missing the front leg and she's missing one antenna on the other side. They usually in the spring, but I just noticed with that Camponotus colony, the Carpenter ants that I found in that log, they had a ton of young larvae. So the queen laid a lot of eggs, got the larvae to a point, and then the larvae hibernated with the colony. Yeah, with the Samsung phone, it would probably be really nice. I would hope that you should be able to like record in 4K and 60 frames, with a phone that costs that much. Oh, thank you, Janice. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go off pretty soon too. I'm getting, my stomach is growling, and pretty soon it's gonna drown out the audio if I new thermal imaging. It's got thermal imaging built into the camera in the phone. That's awesome. Yeah, I don't drink coffee anymore. As you tell from my videos, I shake a lot. And coffee just makes it worse. So. Ooh. No more talking about food. It's just gonna make me want to have to go off soon. Which we're getting close to the end of the colonies anyways. Thank you. Appreciate it. Bye, Janice. Have a great rest of your day. Okay. Let's see. I think I've got one more colony. I think that I will feed these girls later. I'll bring the other Formica colony in before we go off. Kind of give them a look. Actually, let's first things first, let's take a look at this Camponotus Queen with one worker, the one I found the other day. And I gave some of this brood from the other colony to them. We'll see if we can get her into the shot. It might be difficult to focus because with her in oh, let's see if we can get, hopefully we can get a focus on being in a test tube. It might make it difficult. There she is. Okay. I gave her some of the brood from that other Carpenter ant colony, and she looks like she's adopted them. Let's see if I can. That's the problem with the. Sorry for what? I didn't get a chance to. It always goes off on me. Oh, here we go. Let's see. I want to get focused on her because it looks like she might actually have some other eggs that she's laid of her own now. It's always so hard to focus in on these test tubes with the the way the light reflects on off the glass. Okay, yeah, she's yeah, she's a really pretty queen, that's for sure. And she's so calm. It's like most of the time you open them up like that and they freak out. I'm trying not to need to hold on to it though, because with my shaking, it gets frustrating trying to. Come on. I want to be able to set the camera down so I don't have it shaking, but not working. Sorry about this. Apologize for the blur and the moving. She's got one worker. Yeah, when I caught her, she was in a chamber with just one worker of her own, and then the larva. Yeah, there's gonna be a light spot on her, but I'm gonna have to give her some more food too, because with all that pile of eggs and larvae now, she's gonna definitely be needing more to feed. I was wondering if she was gonna adopt them or not, and she's down there looking. She knows that's where I give her food. Yep, definitely. she's I've been giving her quite a bit, but she's been asleep since November or late October, and then all of a sudden awake and had no food that whole time. Okay, we're gonna move on to the next one because we got one colony left. Mind the blur for a second here. We're gonna put put her back. I try to keep her on a little bit on a heating cable, so she has a spot where she can go where it's warmer. Now we're going to bring these little girls in. This is the colony, the Formica fusca, I think. They're the ones that I had to do the complete cleaning on because they had a really bad mold outbreak. But they've been still doing really good, even though I had to do a complete transfer of them into a new mini hearth. I don't know if the queen's been laying any eggs in here though since I did the move. She still has pupa. Only time will tell if she's gonna kind of bounce back. You can kind of see her tail up in the top. Let me see if I can find something to point. I don't know if you can see her. Let's see if I can get to her with my finger. If I can point at her. Right there, that's her tip of her tail right there. for some reason, they've been hanging on the top a lot. In the other mini hearth, when I had them in there before the mold outbreak, they were always all over the ground and on top of the water tower. But since I put them in here, they've been sticking to the ceiling for some reason. But if that's where they want to be, that's cool. Yeah, I noticed that too with the really big colony. A lot of them are up on the top also, and it also looks like they're trying to dig through my mini art too. There's so much of the, the actual material from the thing that's on top of the water tower that they've been digging. Thinking about trying to make a colony out of wood. I've been seeing all these really cool looking formicariums made out of wood, but I don't know if I would put my carpenter ants in a wood unless it's a really, really hard wood that they could not chew through at all. There was one younger worker, if you can see that little bit grayer one in the back wall. That's a young one. Yeah, I'm not seeing any eggs. Only a couple pupa. The different species. It really depends on the different species. Like the carpenter ants, they overwinter with their males and females so that the winged males and females, so in the spring they will start their mating flights so that the queens have the whole summer, the whole spring and summer to make a new colony. It really depends on the species. Some of them are, different times of the year are going to have different reproductive cycles for their winged males and females. Um, some will be in May, some will be in June, some will be in July, August. It really depends. I had gotten some Lacius. They're a real small ant. Lacius kind of ant. You wouldn't know what that kind is, but it's the ones that you like along the sidewalks and stuff where you have the little uh, mounds of dirt where you get the little guys coming out digging their tunnels. They were in like late August, September. Actually, it was September down there in Illinois when I caught them on their mating flight. It was just a couple weeks or a week before I moved home. Well, the elates, they're the female, the queen, the future queens, and then the males, they have wings. Pretty much every species that I know of. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I'm pretty sure pretty much all species of ants that the elates, the males and females, for the future generations of colonies will have wings because they use those wings for one, getting themselves farther away from their parent nest, so they're not encroaching on the territory of their parent home, because they need to be able to have their own turf to where they can have food sources and stuff. So you get too many colonies in one area, and then they don't have the food in the area to support more than one colony that way. Yeah, I'm not seeing any eggs or anything, so I think that's the last of the colonies. I do have a few. Actually, I'll show one of those. I haven't looked at them for a while. The Lacius. Oh, shoot! I just missed what you said. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. If I miss the chat on the phone, I have to go over to my computer to see what you said. Let's see if I could find one of them. I've got, I think, 3 Lacius queens that are still alive. Oh, I didn't want to shake her too much. This one I'm gonna probably have to clean out her test tube. Looks like it's getting really dirty. Let's see if I can get focused in on her without... Yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to focus. But this is a Lacie Queen. She had wings when I got her down in Illinois. They don't do well with stress, so I don't want to disturb them too much. Get her back on the heating cable. Okay, well, let's look outside real quick before I end the stream, see if maybe there's some deer out there before I go off. Oh, that's hard to say. There's a lot. Oh, our snow's gone. It must be a lot warmer out there than it was when I first got up, because the ground still had snow on it. Oh, one thing, those feeders, you notice how the deer feeders are both sitting this way? Yesterday morning when I got up, that one was sitting this way. And the feeder that goes up to the window, got a pole that goes up with the to the side, and that was turned to the side. And my mom said she heard some stuff knocking and stuff against the house last night, not last night, the night before. So I'm thinking we had a bear, because I don't see a deer moving that feeder completely to the side. So I'm thinking we had a bear around last night, or the night before, I mean. And then last night we did have a fox run right by the window here. But we got some squirrels out there, but I don't see the deer, not here right now. But I guess it could have been a ghost. I have had it was a couple years ago in the snow. There was a set of tiny little footprints coming from the driveway all the way up to the door, and then back out. But I don't remember. Nobody ever came to the house, so I was like, okay, it was weird. Smaller footprints than. Then not back out. I mean, they came to the house and then didn't go anywhere. It was just to the house and then didn't leave. That's what freaked me out. Yeah, I'm thinking bear. But yeah, I usually have a hunter's cam out there, but I haven't checked it for a while. So, but okay, well, I'm going to sign off. Thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out. Appreciate it. Have a great rest of your day. And I will talk to everybody later.